Let me tell y'all something. If that's what the Dark Lord is looking like, if the Dark Lord is looking like how he looking like a scrumptious little snack in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 2, I don't want to be right. Hey everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix series, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 2, which is now streaming on Netflix. And so I have to let you guys know ahead of time, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I do not want to spoil it for those of you who are taking forever and a day, and I don't understand why, to finish binging this series, but I do want to let you guys know that I will be doing a live stream to talk about this new season on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys join in, and also too, for those of you who are going to see Shazam or The Best of Enemies, we can also chat about that as well. So I will see you guys at Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you who just cannot wait until Sunday, don't you worry, I will be posting a spoiler review right after this, because there's a lot of stuff that we got to unpack. There's a lot of things that I got to get off my chest because I'm mad at a lot of people this season. But let's go ahead and get into what I loved about this season, some issues that I had about this season, and is it worth your time binging this weekend, okay? So first and foremost, this season kind of centers around kind of the life after Sabrina has made her decision to sign her name in the Dark Lord's book. And so we saw that season one, it really had this long drawn out storyline because Sabrina was really trying to balance what decision she will make. Will she choose her mortal side or will she choose the witch side? And she ultimately has no choice but to sign her name in the Dark Lord's book. And so when the beginning of this new season picks up, we're basically watching the aftermath and how Sabrina is adjusting to her new life. And so early on, we do kind of get resolution as how she decides to deal with both her mortal side and her witch side. And we see that early on, but not saying that she doesn't bounce between both worlds during the course of this season. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about season 2 is they truly understand their tone and what they are trying to do when we get into part 2. And first and foremost, I have to say I really enjoyed that the episodes truly felt like TV episodes this time. Last season, I really only felt as though one episode really felt like, you know, this TV type of episode, but that was mainly because they had a lot of characters to flesh out and they had to really get the storyline going to really introduce us to Sabrina. But I have to say, these episodes, there are 9 episodes, and first and foremost, Netflix, you owe me an episode. I had 9 episodes. Part 1, I had 10 episodes. I don't want to hear no mess talking about, well, we did a Christmas special. I didn't ask you for all of that, so I need you to run me an extra episode. So when part 3 comes out, because you've already been renewed for 3 and 4, I need you to make it 11 episodes to make up for the episode that I missed for this season. And yes, I'm being petty and I'm expecting that, okay? Thank you. So I'm going back into that from the first episode all the way into the end. I have to say that the episodes get better and better and better and better. And I really was on the edge of my seat. I was sitting at my desk at work because, you know, I got to watch this stuff at work because I still got to earn like a paycheck. Okay. I got to earn a coin to pay these bills. And I was just sitting there like, oh my goodness, like what? Everybody looking at me crazy. Like, what is wrong with her? I'm doing all these facial expressions. Didn't try to make sure my boss wasn't looking at me because that's how glued I was to my screen. And so for season 2, they do a really great job of catching the audience's attention and really making you want to keep clicking like, no, I need this next episode to start right now. That's how I felt from beginning to end. My nerves was bad. My hair was looking all crazy. Somebody actually saw me. I was like, hey, are you Pay or Wait? I'm like, girl, don't look at me. I look crazy right now. I've been up since like 4 in the morning watching this. So, I have to say that season 2 is definitely better than season 1. And I didn't have huge issues with season 1. But going into other things that they really done so much better was how we kind of introduced these feminists, have these episodes where we talk about feminism, and I felt that it was so much more well done in part 2 than it was in part 1. I felt as though they were kind of toying around with whether or not they wanted to kind of have this kind of social justice warrior agenda going on, and I feel as though it's done beautifully throughout the course of season 2, where not too much to where it would offend people, but still proving its point on how the series feels about its women. And I thought that it was done very well. Now also too, I felt as though for a lot of supporting characters that we might not have gotten to learn a lot about or we wanted to see more of, I do think that they pay more attention to those characters in the course of season 2, where you're just like, yes, like this is what I wanted to see in the first season. They just didn't have time to do all of that. And I do feel overall satisfaction with how they fleshed out these characters. There's still 1 or 2 characters that I still had issues with what they're trying to do, but as we kind of get set up towards the end of the season for season 3, I can kind of tell that they're going to do more with those characters, but I will get more into that for the spoiler review. Now, can we just talk about how beautiful this cast is? This cast is so beautiful, y'all. I just never seen so many beautiful people all on one TV show where I was just like, Man, like I said, way the Dark Lord was looking, I don't want to be right, okay? Because if that means I can be with you, just let me know what I got to do. It's just a beautiful cast. I know that has nothing to do with how the series was overall, but it definitely kept me watching, like very intently, staring at my screen like, yes, I am here to watch you and also everything else that happens throughout the course of this season. I would have to say, if I had anything that I really didn't necessarily enjoy about this season, it really just has to deal with how they 2 characters that I still have issues with their storylines and really not giving them something of importance to do. But as I said, I can't really get in that until we get towards the end of, till we get into the spoiler review. And I think also too, there might be some instances where there was so much going on in this season, which I'm not mad about, that sometimes when we kind of went back to these like other like subplots, I was just like, oh, I totally forgot about that. But like at this point, because all of this is happening, I don't really care about that anymore. Let's get back to all the action that's happening. But overall for me, I had such an amazing time with Sabrina. I'm really sad that it's already over. I was just like, what am I gonna do for the rest of the weekend? Because like I just had so much fun with this. I'll probably go watch this all over again. And I have to say, for those of you who have not read the comics yet, please go read the comics, okay? Because they're just so great. And I just need y'all to go ahead and add these extra issues because we've been waiting for a seriously really long time. But for me, I would definitely say that the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 2 is so worth the wait. It's so worth streaming. I didn't want to say, I said worth the wait, but I forgot it's pay or wait. I don't want y'all to think that I meant wait because this episode was thebomb.com. I had so much fun with these characters, so much fun even seeing the show get a little bit more darker as these witches and warlocks, you know, kind of grow into their powers and their capabilities and what they can do. And baby, Sabrina has a little arc in there. I was just like, so that's what you're doing now. I was like, okay, I'm here for this. I'm here for all of this. Like, yes, keep doing what you're doing, boo. So those are pretty much my quick thoughts on the Netflix series, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 2. As always, my name is Sharronda from Pay or Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see you soon.